Hello, wrestling world. Today we're covering the Go Home episode of Friday Night Smackdown. Please like, share, and subscribe, and as always, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. This week, we started off with Joe Tessitore in the middle of the ring to start off with an interview with Cody Rhodes. It's sad for me that the most exciting part of Cody's title reign has been Kevin Owens going around with the Winged Eagle title belt, proclaiming himself as the Universal Champion. Didn't expect how much fun this would be when they brought out the Winged Eagle title belt only for Kevin Owens to steal it. I'm excited for this match, but I feel like most of us are to the point where we just want to get to it, have the match, see who gets to carry those championships going forward, but this Kevin Owens spot, it's great. More on that in just a minute. Our first official match of the night was Motor City Machine Guns versus Pretty Deadly, and to be honest, for me, this one was kind of meh. I think Pretty Deadly have been doing better in the backstage segments promoting their musical versus the matches that they've been getting, which have been very few and far between. Now, to be successful, you've got to have that in-ring performance, but when your backstage segments are more impressive than your in-ring performances, there needs to be a bit of tweaking there, but they've got it. Thankfully, Motor City Machine Guns are going to fight DIY for those championships at the Royal Rumble that was announced tonight. I'm excited to see more of the Motor City Machine Guns. They had a great debut outside of the gate. They got the championship belts quickly, but I want to see more from them. After that, we got The Miz in the back talking to Nick Aldis, and this is where we find out that The Miz has been moved to SmackDown, and he didn't even know about it. Now keep in mind, this is the same place that the Wyatt Six has just been moved to. Miz then realizes eventually he's going to have a face-to-face with the Wyatt Six again, so what does he do? He tries to recruit backup that he can stand behind. First, he tries to recruit Austin Theory and Grayson Waller of A-Town Down Under, even promising them a spot in the Marine 7, the Oscar-winning series that John Cena started back in, I think it was 2005, only for Nick Aldis to come interrupt their conversation to inform A-Town Down that they have been moved to Raw. So the Miz's search for friends to hide behind continues. The last attempt at this that we saw tonight was The Miz going to Andrade El Idolo, trying to convince him that he needs a manager type, a new Paul Heyman type to show the people the level of stardom that he can achieve. Andrade says, "That's a good idea. I'm gonna go find that person." Walks away. Miz, you should take some advice from a great man and just run. I can't wait to see where this goes. And of course, I can't wait for the return of the Wyatt Six. It's been just over a month as of yesterday since they were last seen, but the Wyatt Six return is one that will be welcomed by so many. Next up, we get Kevin Owens walking down the ramp holding that Winged Eagle Championship belt. I love to see this. And the biggest surprise for me of the night, we get Kevin Owens versus Matthew McConaughey. Yes, we're in Austin, Texas. This was an amazing thing. I wanted to see them both get into the ring, of course, but that's all right, because then Jimmy met Kevin in the middle of the ring, said, "Cuz, you talk too damn much," proceeded to smack him in the face, and then we got Jimmy Uso versus Kevin Owens for tonight's main event. Next up was Michin and B-Fab versus Piper Niven and Chelsea Green. Thank God B-Fab has finally found something to do. I don't like that Chelsea Green took the pin here. Michin got the 1, 2, 3, but it makes sense when you see afterward that obviously Michin is going to be next in line for the belt. She's getting the rematch. It's been made official. Now, I don't know if Chelsea needs to lose the belt this quickly, but they've been showing us that they were going to go this route for a while now. Michin's gotten plenty of chances, so let's see where they go here. One of my favorite moments of the night, we've got Damian Priest moving from Raw to SmackDown. We got Damian Priest in the back meeting in the office with Nick Aldis, and we found out that his first victim is going to be Caramel Hayes. I know it's Carmelo, but until he proves himself, he's Caramel to me. Prove me wrong. Charlotte Flair, the Queen, announced her comeback through an awesome video package this evening. Now, it's not what I expected. It's not what a lot of us wanted. We wanted the pop and excitement of a surprise return, probably at the Royal Rumble, but at least knowing that she's coming back, she's healed, I'm really excited for her. Now it's Tiffy time as we get the women's champion to the ring, only to be interrupted by the women's world champion, Rhea Ripley. This was one of those segments we expected where we have wrestler after wrestler coming out, declaring themselves for the Royal Rumble, declaring that they're going to win the Royal Rumble, but we all know there can only be one. So in the ring was Tiffy, Rhea Ripley, Nia Jax, and her pixie, Candice LeRae. Tiffy starts by saying that she is looking forward to facing whoever wins the Women's Royal Rumble. Rhea thanks Tiffany for beating up Nia Jax. Nia then says that she's going to win the Royal Rumble. Bianca Belair and Naomi come out declaring themselves for the Royal Rumble. They're going to be the ones to win. Everybody in the ring, we get a headbutt from Rhea Ripley to Liv Morgan, a great headbutt, by the way. That, of course, kicks off a brawl that turns into a match. After this finished, we got DIY, which I'm actually starting to care about DIY a little bit, since their heel turn that won them the tag team championship. I like the new music, I like the new attitude, I'm interested in the direction that they're going. Thankfully, as I mentioned earlier, they're going to be facing Motor City Machine Guns for those belts at the Royal Rumble, so I'm interested. Keep it going, Triple H, do your thing. Tama Tonga, escorted by Jacob Fatu to face LA Knight. No Bloodline. Bloodline 2.0 is done. LA Knight got the much needed win. Afterwards, of course, Jacob Fatu wasn't taking lightly to that. He started beating on LA Knight, threw him through the announce table, and of all people, Braun Strowman came out for the save. I'd forgotten that Braun Strowman is facing Jacob Fatu at Saturday night's main event, and that match I am overly excited for. As the ever-famous Simon Miller says, big men smacking big man meat, that's what we all want. And when we did get Braun Strowman facing down against Jacob Fatu as he was making his way back to the ring, of course, we're still on USA. We haven't made the move to Netflix yet. Hopefully that will happen in the future. But there were plenty of holy sheep chants from the crowd that were bleeped out. But at the same time, we know what they're saying, and it was epic. Damian Priest then got his debut match against Caramel Hayes. Like I said before, this just feels right. Damian's energy, his style, his attitude, I feel like he's perfect for the direction that SmackDown is going in right now. As far as the match goes, Damian, of course, dominated most of the time. Caramel got a little bit of offense in there, but the 1-2-3 had to go to Damian, especially since this was his debut on SmackDown. In the before-mentioned main event, KO got the win over Jimmy Uso, the undisputed Universal Champion Kevin Owens. But KO couldn't stop there. He had to attack. He had to put the boots to Jimmy. And the only person that I could think of that would come out besides Jey Uso, Cody Rhodes. He came out. He made the save. They promoted the match for tomorrow, which was expected. It was cool to see, but it was just a commercial to end the show. But all in all, this was a decent episode of SmackDown, a great go-home show. I'm really looking forward to Saturday night's main event. But I gotta know, what did you guys think? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Are you excited? Do you think we'll get any surprise appearances tomorrow night? We'll find out together. I will also be putting out an episode once that is over with. But for now, start the conversation, comment your thoughts, comment your questions, and we'll be back tomorrow to talk about Saturday night's main event. Also, follow me on X at Mark_Turner09, YouTube Mark Mixness, and come hang out on live on Twitch at _Mixness. Catch you guys later.